Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moondirected. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we're talking about that new moon that's happening in Virgo at 6 degrees and 47 minutes of Virgo. So that will be on Friday, August 30th at 11:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States. So for most of the world, but not the United States, it is a new moon, black new moon, which means it's the second new moon in uh, in a calendar month. Interesting. So let's go ahead and get into it. The energy of this will go out for the next 6 to 18 months. Do check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Your sun sign is the core of you. It's how you feel inside. But your rising sign is how you interact with the world and how the world is going to view you. And your moon sign is how you react and respond to what's going on around you. And because of these cards here, I definitely think the moon sign is going to be important to you. So be sure to check that one out. And the rising sign also maybe, but it's in the 4th house of home, so that has more to do with how you feel inside and your emotions. And you do have at the bottom of the deck, we had wash away your burdens. And so I do really want to recommend that you make it a routine and a habit for yourself that you are taking saltwater baths to keep your energy clear, to get as close to water as you can on a regular basis. If you live close to water and you can get there, great. But if not, there's always the bathtub, because apparently you are going to need a lot of courage over the next 6 to 18 months as you start on this journey inside of the home, which I'm not really sure what it is yet. So let's get a little guidance on that and see if we can figure out what's happening here. It's interesting that those are what you received. Courage and the need to relax, to cleanse your energy. Another thing I just saw was lemon water. So drinking plenty of water with lemon in it to help clear your system out that way also. Okay, so, okay, that's interesting. Spirit's dealing them out for me. It's so cool. All right. Yes. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we also have this card here, this 3 of Cups. So this 3 of Cups is about emotional satisfaction. This is hanging out with the girls, hanging out with the guys, maybe family and community. And since it is in your house of home, it's joyful, it's supportive, it's loving, it's nurturing. Their cups are in the upright. They are supporting one another. And so I think it's really important that around the home situation that you definitely want to be working toward a situation that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you feel loved, that makes you feel supportive. And so Judgment, I'm glad we got that card, because I would have to pull another card anyways. So Judgment. So a decision is being made around the home, probably at the time of this new moon, that is going to move you away from this cold. Look at that. That's cold and isolated. And this is warm and inviting, right? And so I think you're making the choice and the decision to move away from a situation that is somehow not warm, nurturing, and inviting. This does not necessarily mean a relationship. This could be literally changing the location that you live in. Some situation around there has not been made you feel totally comfortable. This looks totally comfortable. In the area of your thoughts, you need to stand your ground. You feel like you are under attack. And the thing about the skunk, when he is under attack and he gets scared, what does he do? He lets out some smell that nobody wants to be around. So eventually you will stand up for yourself. You should know when that time is. You'll know when he's not really cornered yet. But there's a fence. He does have his back to the fence, so you might be feeling that way. Look at this. In the area of emotions, you have the Page of Cups. And if you look carefully, you see the manatee or the seal. I guess that's a seal that's swimming along in the waves. Like as you're walking along, there are friends around you. There's opportunity. There's somebody coming in that is going to help you to feel this way. So maybe you're just, I don't know, maybe you're in the wrong group of friends. although this seems to be more family oriented because of the House of Home. And then for action, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is seeking stability by wise investment of time and resources. The one thing I would like to caution you against is being so tight-fisted that you're not open to receiving. So don't feel like, okay, it has to be this way, it's always been this way, and shutting yourself down from the opportunity to receive. So if you're seeking better relationships or new relationships, it takes courage. It takes courage to step out of your comfort zone, right? It does take courage. So, but there looks like it's right there. There's a friend right there, but maybe you can't quite see them because maybe you aren't really looking. So keep your eyes open and see what happens there. Let's get a little guidance on this. A little guidance on this. Why are you feeling? What can you do about this feeling like you got your back against the wall? You're taking the high road, but eventually, you know, wow, you have a lot. Okay, so fortunately for you, we have communication. Gemini, you're great at this, so that's your superpower. So relying on your superpower of the ability to communicate is going to be important. You are going to need to let something go. But I think that you already know that because we have the Judgment card here. Moving out of the cold into the warmth, right? So releasing a situation that isn't working for you. But look at this. This is beautiful. It is Pentacles, and focusing on your wealth over the next 6 to 18 months could really change the financial situation. And so changes are going to have to be brought about, but it's going to take focus and determination and maybe wise investment of time and resources in order to improve your financial situation, which might allow you to make that move that you need to make, right? If I need to change locations, or I need to be in a different school district, or whatever it is that's going on that you want to make this change. Maybe your neighbors make you feel like the skunk and you got your back against the wall. When I was growing up, we had really nasty situation with our neighbors and we weren't able to move, but fortunately, eventually they did. All right, so show the world the real you and what do you need to release. Okay, twice. They're doubling down on this, tripling down. Judgment card is about making a decision and moving forward to change your life in an appropriate manner. We've got letting go and what do you need to release. What do you need to release? And also, full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. The full moon in Aquarius happens during the month of Gemini season. So, either something that started this past June, or you're working toward it next June. And I feel like with your back against the wall and you needing to let something go, I think it's going to take until next June before you start to feel like you can really step out and be yourself. This is a 6 to 18 month cycle overall. And so I think that that'll be a phase and a stage where you notice like next June. But it could be that this past June, you're like, you know what, I've had enough of this. And this isn't working for me. So I feel like that June around your birthday time frame really made a difference in one arena or the other with you. So, all right, let's get a little guidance on this action step here. This resources, remembering that not to be so close-fisted that you are not open to the opportunities that are presented to you. But at the same time, careful investment of your time and resources. Don't waste your time on relationships or people or institutions, stuff that depletes your energy and your resources. Don't be throwing good money after bad, is what I heard. This one? Yes. So, all right. So, clearing the air, distant thunder. So, if the confrontation hasn't happened yet, it's going to. Letting go. What do you need to release? Clearing the air. There is something that needs to, this judgment, something's going to happen. When this horn, see the horn there of Gabriel? When that sounds out, it will clear the air. And it could just be that it clears the area that you're breathing and allows you to think clearly. Usually when I see this, it's about a conversation that needs to be had, and we have communication right here. And so I feel like you're going to be talking to somebody, but it's could likely be about finances, like don't like our living situation, changes need to be made, how are we going to do this, we need a plan, this isn't working. This doesn't feel like a breakup. It feels like organizing your thoughts and process so you can focus on what it is you want to bring about. And it's going to take a lot of courage maybe to speak up and say what you're thinking. So we have get the big picture. This is the view from above. And infinite abundance. It says abundance is pouring into your life. And so I do feel like there's some kind of a change that needs to be made that makes you this. We got the wealth, the infinite abundance, feels all put together around the home and the home space and how that's working for you. So that looks like you kind of got a lot going on that's going to require communication and partnership. Something needs to be let go of. Maybe you don't want to move. I've lived here all my life. You know, I don't know. But there's something that has to be done. Some kind of a change you're not real excited about. Maybe it's time to release someplace you always lived because you can't afford to stay there anymore. All right, you have here, you have rutilated quartz. I am grateful for my vital life force. Provides me with the energy and the motivation to live life to the fullest. That's this lion energy, right? I am grateful that my vital life force provides me with the energy and the motivation to live life to the fullest. So if you're being held back, what's holding you back? Because they're asking you what you need to release. And you have green tourmaline. Abundance and prosperity are an infinite supply. I am grateful for the blessings of my life. With this new moon, make sure that you are writing down your gratitude list. Think about all the things that you already have. Be as grateful for as many things as you have, because when you recognize how abundant you already are, that raises your abundance mindset. And that actually increases your vibrational energy. And when you are vibrating at a higher frequency, then you attract more abundance into your life. That's how that's going to work. So with this new moon, write down the big ask for the next 6 to 18 months. What is it you want to change? What do you want to release? We've got that full moon in Pisces coming up, so that'll be a really great time to let something go. But what do you need to make space for? What is it you're trying to create? And then your gratitude list, really important for you this month. So that abundance mindset will be a really great place to start. All right, have the courage, have the faith, and take regular saltwater baths. I really feel like that'll help you to relax and be able to meditate a little. Okay, you take care, and we'll talk soon.